this morning some disturbing news about one of our co-commentators who's been on radio, and he's been told to restrict his activity.
Oh, right.
I'm not restricting my activity. I am putting to the Australian people that our weapon of choice has to be the ballot paper. There's no possible way ever to... Europe's failed because the people, the citizens of Europe have lost control of the ballot paper.
Yeah.
Geert Wilders, I'm a great fan of him, I never tire of his name, and he says that we've got to close the borders, we've got to stop letting them come in. I'd like to see this a visa form application that said, I understand that if I conduct myself with any Sharia or jihad when visiting Australia, I'll be deported. Yeah. I'd like any person coming to Australia to give warranty and guarantee they won't engage in Sharia or jihad in Australia. Yeah. I think that would stop a lot of people coming here. I think we have to do something about the border. I think we have to do something about the huge prison population. I understand that even with a 2.5% to 3% population, 23% of the prison population is currently Islamic. Right. It's a huge disproportion. And I'd like to see the federal government say to any Muslim person in jail, we're going to commute your sentence if you hand in your Australian citizenship, and if we can find a country that'll take you, we'll pay for you to go. I'd like to see that take place. I'd also like to see prisons segregating Muslims from non-Muslims. I don't believe, no matter how bad a prisoner is, he deserves to be subjected to being converted to Islam. Anything I've said that you disagree with? No. Is there anything you'd like to add to that about what some acts of parliament that would take place if the legislation is in control of people who want to preserve the Australian way of life, the Christian way of life?
Well, yeah, I mean, no, you've covered it really well. I mean, if anything, it's the practice of Islam to a degree where they are marrying more than one wife, all that sort of stuff, having more kids. I know of people who are screwing the system as well. By doing that, they need to really put a cap on that.
The welfare side, yes, because Muslims in Australia outbreed non-Muslims 5 to 1.
Yeah, of course they do. I mean, when I was a youngster growing up in Queensland, we had an Iraqi Muslim next door to us, and they just kept having babies year after year, just pop them out, and then within 5 years, he had six kids. He came up to my dad, and he was a nice bloke and everything, but he just said, "My dad, I feel better now because I have more children than you."
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, he was not an extremist. He wasn't and he was very nice to us and all that sort of stuff. But that's just in their nature to always be, the dominant.